Hello my friends, and welcome back to the rabbit hole, and welcome to another trying on new skincare. I have had so many requests to talk about a handful of products that we are holding off on the Medicube video, and we are trying these on today. The Haruharu Sunscreen, you all saw me haul it in my Yes Style haul, and everyone wants to see how it goes. Me too. This will actually be a first impression. The other products in this video I have been trying. I made a Stylevana order for the new Some By Me Beta Panthenol products. I have had so many people ask if I was going to try these. I'm guessing we just have a similar skin type. Are you all as attracted to Panthenol as I am? We're going to talk about those today, and I also bought The Ordinary's new Aloe 2% and N-acetylglucosamine serum. Will be interesting to see how this goes, especially since we just talked about Dr. Perricone's acetylglucosamine products, which are a lot more expensive. And in my Sephora order, I got a couple of samples. I figure we'll try these on today as well. If you are interested in seeing just one of these products applied, as always, timestamps and links are in the description box below. Feel free to jump around as much as your heart desires. And before I get into this AM routine, I do want to share with you a few products I've been using at night. So I had made a post about the new Bubble release. They have come out with 2 different kinds of spot treatments, and I thought this was such a brilliant idea because not all acne is identical. Here's the deal with these Bubble spot treatments. One of them contains benzoyl peroxide and the other contains salicylic acid. So they sent out this email and they were going to match you with one of them and then send it to you. I took the survey the whole time hoping that I would get matched with the salicylic acid product, but I got matched with the benzoyl peroxide Fade Away Acne Spot Treatment. Now, some of you may not know this, but I have a very tumultuous relationship with benzoyl peroxide. It does not work out for me as a leave-on, typically. Which is actually why I love the CeraVe Acne Foaming Cream Cleanser, because it turns out that I can use it in a wash-off product like a cleanser. So when this showed up, I was over here thinking, oh, I'm never going to use this. So I actually, hold on, let me get my Bubble order. I bought the Knockout Acne Spot Treatment, 1.8% salicylic acid. Kind of slow shipping. Kind of slow. I was a bit surprised. I feel like it was at least a week and a half, maybe 2. And so in that 2 weeks, I thought, you know what, I have this, I'm going to try it out. I have mixed feelings on it. Again, as somebody who has typically struggled with benzoyl peroxide, I don't feel like my skin is immediately reacting to this, but I'm not sure it's the best choice for me. So I put it on this pimple. It has maybe been helping to clear up that breakout, but it's been really red in the process, which I think ultimately reinforces this problem of benzoyl peroxide for me. I think my skin doesn't like it. It's been strange for me lately. I've been noticing that my skin is putting up with ingredients that it often hasn't in the past. I'm no longer having immediate reactions from things like chemical sunscreens, chemical filters. But I'm not sure that the lack of an immediate response still makes for a good choice in terms of an ingredient for my skin. You know, again, please know I'm not saying that benzoyl peroxide is a bad ingredient. I'm just saying that, you know, the real struggle with skincare is that nothing is for everyone. What I have been wondering is if, as a consequence of focusing so much on barrier support, I'll link my barrier support routine, I wonder if that is making it so I no longer have these just immediate reactions that I used to. I mean, in the past, if I put benzoyl peroxide on my skin, it would just immediately turn red, immediately. Whereas I'm not getting that anymore, but I can still tell it's not as ideal of an ingredient choice for me as salicylic acid. Is this whole conversation making any sense? This is a very sensitive skin conversation, I feel. What am I doing? Let me explain the differences between these ingredients. So you can actually see right here on the front of these boxes that the benzoyl peroxide treatment is supposed to be more for inflamed acne, and salicylic acid is more for whiteheads, blackheads. And I usually get more whiteheads. I don't usually have inflamed pimples. It's actually only looking inflamed because I don't think benzoyl peroxide is a good leave-on ingredient for me. Oh, they look so different. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. The benzoyl peroxide kind of looks milky, whereas the salicylic acid is clear. How interesting is that? Anyway, are you ready to get into this AM routine? I am going to start with the Eau Thermale Avene Makeup Removing Micellar Water. Have I used this in a video? I've been using it for quite a while. I feel like I have, maybe not, I don't know. I bought that from Ulta a while ago. Now, again, this is a controversial thing that I do. I think less so these days. This works for some people in lieu of washing your face with a cleanser. Some people like to use micellar water. Some people like to use nothing. I will say this is a lot more scented than I expected it to be. I don't know. Sometimes I'm surprised by how scented the French pharmacy skincare brands can be when they want to. So yeah, in all truth, I don't actually think I'd run out and buy this again, but I am going to use it up. I'm going to use it up. And we're just going to dive right into using this product from The Ordinary. This is such an interesting release. Aloe 2% plus NAG 2% solution in acetylglucosamine. They say that this is a soothing serum for blemish-prone skin. Whoa, The Ordinary is suddenly out here releasing a lot of products, aren't they? It's bizarre to see. And this is pretty lightweight. Can you see that? Kind of a little bit thicker than water, but definitely more lightweight. I love the idea of this. I love that they're advertising this as exactly what they say, a solution for blemish-prone skin, because I feel like for those of us that have acne, we are constantly told to buy these real potent active products. But is that always the right solution? Do you want to have salicylic acid in every single step of your skincare routine? Probably not. Probably not. And so what this is doing is, first of all, Aloe 2%, that's just a calming, soothing ingredient, and acetylglucosamine. That is an antioxidant with brightening properties. I will reiterate what I said in the Dr. Perricone video, though. I do think more research is needed on that, but I also feel the price is right in a serum that's under $15 versus $100 serums. It also has some of the matrixyl peptide in it, of course, fragrance-free. So I like the idea, you know, just some very gentle, soothing, post-blemish care to help reduce spots from lingering. I will say I see it more as a layering serum, which is why we are still going to follow with the Some By Me Beta Panthenol Repair Serum. Actually, before we do that, I do want to try out this eye serum from Youth to the People, or eye cream maybe? No, eye serum. Eye serum. I mean, peptides and C, energy eye concentrate, it sounds very up my alley. It must be some vitamin C derivatives. Yeah, ascorbyl glucoside, is that it? I guess some citrus junose seed oil. Well, let's give it a try. I have not loved anything from Youth to the People. I've always felt like it's more of a brand for oily skin types versus dry skin, but maybe I just haven't tried the right products. I always feel like singing the chicken dance when it takes forever for product to come out. Watch, it's gonna come out and spray it. Is it broken? Do I just have really bad luck with Youth to the People? Is that what it is? Well, I wanted to try this. Oh! It only took 100 pumps. Now we got it going. I just feel like there isn't very much to say in initially trying a product with peptides. I can say it feels hydrating, but that doesn't tell you very much about long-term results. Have any of you tried this? I don't think this is a new release, so let me know if anyone has tried this. Or shoot, if you like anything from Youth to the People, because again, I just feel like I'm over here going, I don't get it with that brand. But the formula sounds promising, so maybe I am missing out. Let's move on to the Some By Me Beta Panthenol Repair Serum. Did you know this is actually the first time I've ever bought from Some By Me? But again, these products sound so up my alley. So this has 50,000 parts per million of panthenol. That equates to 5%. So I've had people ask if brands are being sketchy by using parts per million. I don't think so at all. It is a very clear conversion. I'm just guessing that parts per million is what's used in Korea in place of percentage, which is popular in the West. But no, it's full disclosure, and you know, brands don't have to be disclosing that. So this is a creamy serum, blends in incredibly nicely, incredibly nicely. They also have some beta-sitosterol in this, and that is at 0.5%. I will say, I feel like it's kind of hard to get a lot of product out because it's that short style of dropper, but at the same time, admittedly, you don't need too much product. I just kind of like to go heavy on these repairing products. I want to say a few things about the ingredients list. I'll, of course, have it up on the screen. So this is a gorgeous formula in terms of both giving a little bit of brightening and smoothing and a lot of repair. It just kind of ticks all the marks. You know, you don't have any fragrance or essential oils. You do have all of these calming and repairing ingredients. Admittedly, some of these probably could be studied more. I think that's kind of a real problem with skincare as a whole. With this beta-sitosterol ingredient, have we talked about how I feel bad when I've read the research and I had to read through animal studies to get here? I do not like it. I have personally never done animal studies, which is why I'm poor. Really, I don't have a permanent research position. I bounce from job to job because I refuse to ever be involved in animal studies. But I know how much they go on as a consequence. This is the reason why I don't talk more about cruelty-free, because I never really know. Is it possible to have cruelty-free products in a world that isn't cruelty-free? You know, when I look into the research and I find animal studies, so the companies using these ingredients must know about the animal studies too, or at least the research team does. So is it really ever cruelty-free? This is an icky conversation. I don't like it. Anyway, I would love to see more research on human participants. In the meantime, Panthenol, wonderful ingredient. Ceramides, multiple forms of ceramides in here. The bifidoferment lysates and lactobacillus ferment lysate are pretty low in the formula, but again, we really don't have established levels of how much of those to use anyway. But you know, a product never really is just isolated ingredients. It's the sum of the parts, and it's a beautiful formula. Let's move on to the cream from the same collection. We have some similarities going on in the ingredients, of course. Again, 5% Panthenol and 0.5% beta-sitosterol. Brightening, smoothing ingredients, and yet, in place of ceramides, we have quite the list of peptides in this product. I really like how these are actually really complementary to each other, in my opinion. That's why I wanted to pick up both of them. And this is a moisturizer that I do think fellow dry skin types will love. It is shockingly cosmetically elegant. I mean, look at that. It's beautiful. I do think this is going to be more appealing to dry skin types. If you're oily, you are probably not going to want to use this in the day, as you see me doing right now. But if you have dry skin, I think it can be both a day and a night cream for you. Oh, these feel so soothing on. They really do. I have to admit, I woke up with my skin feeling a little dry, maybe because I used benzoyl peroxide. Oh, my skin feels great now. It feels great. I love this collection. Again, I've never bought from this brand. Some by Me somehow never appealed to me until this collection. They came out with an amazing line for, I would say, dry and sensitive skin types. Okay, let's move on to what I know some of you are waiting for, and that is the Haruharu Wonder Black Rice Moisture Airy Fit Daily Sunscreen, SPF 50+, PA4+, very high protection. I am so excited about trying this, and I bought it because, for once, we actually have a very different blend of filters in here. For a while, a lot of kbeauty sunscreens were very, very similar, just kind of different takes on the same base chemical filters because they were all kind of coming from Colmar. There were, you know, subtle differences between them, but it is really exciting to finally see some new filters out there. Wow. Are you seeing this application? Oh, see, immediately, this just absolutely feels different. You can tell this is a different base formula. I wonder who is making this. My eyeballs. White on yellow. It hurts. It's still Colmar. It's still Colmar. I guess it's new Colmar. I guess it makes sense that it does almost feel more, it feels more like a primer because it is using, one of the new filters in this is silicone based. And then there's the water-soluble filter from, I think it's L'Oreal. Isn't it a L'Oreal filter? Oh, I have some thoughts on this, and I don't know if everyone is gonna like my thoughts, but I gotta share it with you as I see it. Okay, so first of all, I do like that this is fragrance and essential oil free. It applied really nicely. Look at absolutely no white cast, none. But honestly, it kind of feels a little sticky. It feels a little sticky, which I don't even say that often. It's surprising to me. I did not expect this, and yet maybe I shouldn't be surprised because, you know, ingredients like alcohol do actually help make products not sticky. If you happen to catch my little short that I did on the Mix Soon sunscreen, oh, that one applies so fast. About at the same speed as this, but that one doesn't feel sticky. It does use alcohol though. This almost feels like a primer. It feels like the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. In fact, I think if I was planning on putting foundation on top of this, I would be really excited right now. Because that's the stickiness that's going to help keep foundation in place. But at the same time, that's not what I was planning on for today. So now I just kind of feel a little sticky and surprised. You know what though? I am still planning on trying a primer on top of this. You don't always have to put primer or put foundation on top of primer. So let's see how this goes. The Glow Recipe Strawberry BHA Pore Smooth Blur Drops. And also see if this takes the edge off of the stickiness. Didn't really take the edge off the stickiness. Which is funny because this wasn't a sticky product. Yeah, this is... I do wonder though if it has to do with me using kind of a bit of a heavier cream under it. Maybe I would have a different experience with this sunscreen if I used a gel or a gel cream moisturizer instead. Maybe it was just a bad pairing, but yeah, I like it and I'll use it, but as it stands right now, I'm feeling like that's what I'm going to grab for when I'm wearing foundation. I think that about does it for today's new skincare try-on. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you all next time.